Okay, kids, let's jump into a super cool story. Picture this, a tiny little bar sitting all alone in the middle of nowhere. It's in the hot, dry Arizona desert where the sand stretches out forever. The sun is shining so bright outside it hurts your eyes, and inside the bar, it's sweaty and sticky. Our main character? Her name's Mia. She's the bartender, the person who pours drinks for everyone. Mia's super quiet. She doesn't talk much at all. She just keeps her head down, doing her job with steady hands. Most people don't even look at her twice. She's got short brown hair tucked under a baseball cap, a plain old shirt, and she never chats with anyone. Everyone thinks she's just some shy girl who's got nothing special about her. But guess what? They're so wrong. Before we really get started, I've got a fun question for you. Have you ever met someone who totally surprised you? Like, they seemed boring or quiet, but then bam, they did something amazing? Tell me yes or no down in the comments. Oh, and one more thing, where are you reading this from today? Your house? School? Somewhere else? Let me know. And if you like awesome stories like this one, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more. Alright, back to Mia. She's standing there behind the bar, wiping the counter with a rag. It's just a normal, boring day until the door flies open with a big, loud bang. In walk 5 huge, noisy bikers. These guys are tough looking. They've got leather jackets that creak when they move, messy beards that look like they haven't been brushed in forever, and attitudes so big they fill up the whole room. Their motorcycles are parked outside, shiny and loud, just like them. The leader of this group is a guy named Rex. He's the loudest and meanest of them all. He stomps right up to the bar, his boots thumping on the wooden floor, and he's got this big, goofy grin like he thinks he's the king of everything. Hey, quiet girl, he shouts at Mia. Pour us some beers. Hurry up. His buddies laugh, slapping each other on the back. They start throwing mean words at Mia, like she's nobody important. What's wrong with you, huh? One of them says. Too scared to talk, another one adds, chuckling. But Mia? She doesn't even blink. She doesn't get mad or yell back. She just nods her head a little, grabs some glasses, and pours their beers. She slides the drinks across the counter to them, smooth and calm. Most people wouldn't notice anything special about her. But if you looked really, really close, like, squinted your eyes and stared hard, you'd see something. Her eyes. They're not soft or scared. They're sharp, like a hawk watching its prey. They're steady, like she's not afraid of anything. It's like there's a big storm hiding inside her, just waiting to burst out. Those bikers don't see it. They think she's weak. Oh boy, are they in for a surprise. Now, here's a big question for you to think about. What would you do if someone was mean to you like that? Would you yell? Run away? Or maybe stay quiet and make a secret plan? Stick with me, because Mia's got something up her sleeve, and it's going to be wild. Let's paint the scene a little more. This bar isn't fancy. It's old and dusty, with creaky wooden floors and a couple of wobbly tables. The walls are scratched up, and there's a little fan spinning on the ceiling, trying to cool things down but not doing a great job. Outside, the desert is quiet except for the hum of the bikers' engines fading away when they parked. There are a few other people in the bar, some tired truck drivers sipping coffee, a couple of old guys playing cards in the corner, but nobody's paying much attention to Mia. She's like a shadow, moving around without making a sound. That's how she likes it. She doesn't want anyone watching her too closely. Not yet. Rex, the biker leader, is a big guy. He's tall, with broad shoulders and a belly that sticks out a little under his jacket. His beard is wild and gray, and his voice is loud enough to shake the windows. He's used to getting his way. His friends follow him around like puppies, laughing at everything he says. There's Jake, a skinny guy with a nervous smile, Tony, who's got a scar on his cheek, and a couple others who just grunt and nod. They think they're the toughest guys around. They roll into this bar every day, acting like they own it, and nobody dares to tell them to stop. Nobody except Mia, maybe, but she's not saying anything. Not yet. Mia keeps working. She grabs a bottle of soda for a trucker, wipes a spill off the counter, and stacks some clean glasses. She's busy, but she's listening. She hears every word Rex says. She sees every move he makes. She's not just some quiet girl who's scared of these loud bikers. She's something else, something they don't expect. You can feel it in the air, like when the sky gets dark before a big rain. Something's coming. Something big. Let's zoom in on that moment again when Rex yells at her. "Hey, quiet girl. Beers. Now," he says, leaning over the counter like he's trying to scare her. His buddies crack up, tossing more mean words her way. "She's so boring," Jake says, flicking a bottle cap across the room. "Yeah, what a loser," Tony adds, snickering. Mia doesn't look up. She just keeps her hands moving, pouring those beers. She slides them over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The bikers grab them and chug, spilling some on the floor because they're so sloppy. They don't say thank you. They don't even look at her like she's a person. To them, she's just there to do what they want. But Mia's not upset. She's not shaking or crying. She's calm. Too calm. It's like she knows something they don't. Here's the thing, Mia's got a secret. A big one. Nobody in this little desert bar has any idea who she really is. Not Rex, not his biker buddies, not the truckers or the old card players. She's not just a bartender. She's not just some shy girl who doesn't talk. She's something way cooler and way scarier than that. But she's not ready to show it yet. She's waiting. Watching. Planning. So, what do you think? Is Mia just going to let these guys be mean forever, or is she getting ready for something awesome? Don't go anywhere, because this story's about to get crazy. Mia's not the weak little mouse they think she is. She's a tiger, hiding in plain sight. And when she's ready to pounce, oh man, it's going to be epic. Stick around, kids, you won't believe what happens next. Alright, kids, let's dig into the next part of our story. Those bikers we talked about? They're big trouble, like trouble with a giant, capital T. Every single day for a whole week, they ride their loud motorcycles right up to Mia's little bar in the Arizona desert. They don't come in quiet. Oh no. They burst through the door like they're the most important people in the world, acting like kings who own everything. And the leader, Rex. He's the worst of them all. He's mean, loud, and loves making Mia's day harder than it needs to be. Picture this, Rex grabs his beer and oops, he spills it all over the counter on purpose. He doesn't care that it makes a mess. He just laughs. Then he yells at Mia, "Hey, quiet girl. Smile more. You look so boring." His voice is so loud it bounces off the walls. One time, when Mia turns around to grab something, he even flicks peanuts at her back. Little peanuts bouncing off her shirt. Can you believe that? "What's wrong, mute?" he says one night, leaning close with a nasty grin. Too scared to talk back. His biker buddies think it's the funniest thing ever. They laugh so hard they slap their knees and spill more beer. The other people in the bar, like the truck drivers who stop for coffee or the locals who live nearby, just turn their heads away. Nobody wants to get in Rex's way. He's big, he's loud, and he's scary. Nobody dares to say, "Stop it." Nope, they just pretend nothing's happening. But Mia? She's different. She's not scared at all. Not even a little bit. While Rex and his crew are being rude, she's watching them. She sees everything. Every mean word they say, like mute or boring, she hears it. Every time they shove a chair or smirk at her, she notices. She's soaking it all in, like a sponge sucking up water. Her hands keep moving, though. She's busy wiping glasses with a rag, making them shiny and clean. Or she's stacking bottles neatly behind the counter. She looks like she's just doing her job, right? But her mind? Oh, her mind is super sharp, like a pencil you just sharpened for school. She's thinking hard, even if nobody can tell by looking at her. You can almost feel something changing in the air when Rex talks. It's like the room gets heavier, like when a big storm is coming and the sky turns gray. Something's brewing, something big, and it's not just the beer Mia's pouring. It's like the whole bar is holding its breath, waiting for whatever's going to happen next. Rex doesn't feel it. His buddies don't feel it. They're too busy laughing and being loud. But if you're paying attention like Mia is, you know something's up. Let's talk more about these bikers. There's Rex, of course. He's the boss of the group. He's tall and strong, with a messy gray beard and a jacket that's all scratched up. He loves being in charge. Then there's Jake, he's skinny and twitchy, always giggling at Rex's jokes. Tony's another one, he's got a scar on his cheek and a deep voice. The other two? They're just big guys who nod and grunt a lot. Together, they're like a pack of wild dogs, barking and snapping at everyone. They think they can do whatever they want because nobody's ever stopped them before. And poor Mia? To them, she's just a quiet little mouse they can tease. But here's the thing, Mia's not a mouse. She's not weak or afraid. She's standing there behind the bar, looking all calm and quiet, but inside, she's like a superhero waiting for the perfect moment. Every time Rex yells, she doesn't flinch. Every time he flicks a peanut or spills something, she doesn't cry or run away. She just keeps going, watching him with those sharp, steady eyes we talked about before. It's like she's keeping a list in her head of everything he's doing wrong. A secret list nobody else knows about. One night, it gets even worse. Rex slams his empty beer glass on the counter so hard it almost breaks. "Hey, mute," he shouts. "Where's my next one? Move faster." His friends crack up again, pointing at Mia like she's a joke. She grabs another glass, fills it with beer, and slides it over without a word. Rex takes a big gulp and wipes his mouth with his sleeve, leaving a wet smear on his jacket. "You're no fun," he says, shaking his head. "Why don't you ever talk?" Jake pipes up, "Yeah, she's like a robot or something." More laughter. More mean words. The truck drivers in the corner sip their coffee and stare at the floor. The old guys playing cards pretend they don't hear. Nobody helps Mia. Nobody says, "That's enough." It's like she's all alone against these big, loud bullies. But she's not alone in her head. She's got a plan, or at least, it feels like she does. She's too calm to just be taking this forever. Every time Rex opens his mouth, the air gets a little thicker. Every time he laughs, it's like the clock is ticking down to something huge. You can't see it yet, but you can feel it. Mia's not just standing there letting them be mean. She's waiting. She's smart. She's strong in a way they don't understand. Let's imagine you're in the bar with her. You're sitting at a table, watching this all happen. You see Rex being a jerk, spilling stuff, and yelling. You see his buddies laughing like it's a big game. And then you see Mia quiet, steady, moving like nothing's wrong. What do you think? Is she just going to let this go on and on, or is she hiding something cool? Maybe she's got a secret nobody knows about. Maybe she's not as helpless as she looks. What would you do if you were her? Would you yell back? Would you walk away? Or would you wait, like Mia, for just the right moment? This bar isn't a happy place right now. It's loud and messy, thanks to Rex and his crew. The floor's sticky with spilled beer. The air smells like sweat and peanuts. But Mia keeps it together. She's like the eye of a storm, you know, that calm spot in the middle while everything else spins crazy around it. Rex thinks he's winning. He thinks he's the toughest guy around. His buddies think so too. But they're wrong. They don't know who Mia really is. They don't know what she's capable of. So, kids, what do you think? Is Mia going to keep taking this, or is something awesome about to happen? Don't go anywhere, because this story's getting good. Mia's not scared. She's not weak. She's watching, waiting, and ready for something big. Stick around, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Hey, kids. Let's keep going with our awesome story about Mia, the quiet bartender, and those mean bikers. Things are starting to heat up now. Days go by, and those bikers, they don't stop. They just get braver and meaner every time they come to Mia's little bar in the Arizona desert. They're like a pack of wild animals, getting louder and wilder every day. And Rex, their big boss. He's leading the charge, acting like he can do whatever he wants. One night, it gets really crazy. Rex stomps up to the bar, his boots thumping loud on the floor. He reaches right over the counter and grabs a bottle of beer, no asking, no paying, nothing. He twists the cap off and chugs it down fast, gulping it like he's super thirsty. Beer drips down his messy beard, and he wipes his mouth with his sleeve, grinning like a naughty kid who just stole a cookie. Then he leans close to Mia, so close his nose almost touches hers, and says, "You gonna stop me, little mouse?" His voice is teasing and mean, like he's daring her to do something. He calls her a mouse because he thinks she's small and weak, too scared to fight back. Mia doesn't say a single word. She just stares at him. Her face is blank, like she's not even mad, but her eyes? Oh, her eyes are tough like they're made of steel, hard and shiny. They don't blink. They don't shake. They just lock onto Rex, watching him. Rex thinks it's funny. He laughs big and loud, throwing his head back like he's the king of the world. See? She's scared, he says to his buddies. Most of them laugh too, slapping the table and spilling more beer. But one guy, Jake, the skinny biker with a twitchy smile, doesn't laugh. He frowns instead. He tilts his head and whispers to the guy next to him, "She's creepy, man. Too quiet." His voice is low, like he's a little nervous. He's starting to wonder about Mia. Something about her doesn't feel right to him. But Rex? He doesn't care. He just shrugs his big shoulders and says, "She's nothing. Weak." Then he turns away, chugging more of that stolen beer like it's no big deal. But here's where it gets really good, kids. Later that night, after all the bikers leave and the bar is empty, Mia's all alone. The truck drivers are gone. The old guys playing cards have packed up. It's just her, locking the door so nobody can come back in. The bar is quiet now, no yelling, no laughing, just the sound of the desert wind outside. Mia reaches into her pocket and pulls out a phone. But it's not some old, junky flip phone like you might see at a garage sale. No way. This phone is small, black, and super sleek like something a spy would use in a movie. It's shiny and high-tech, with a smooth screen that lights up when she touches it. She types a quick message, her fingers move fast, tap tap tap, and then hits send. Beep. The message is gone. She tucks the phone back into her pocket, locks the door, and walks away like nothing happened. What's that about? Who's she texting? Is it her mom? A friend? Someone else? You're dying to know, right? I bet your brain is buzzing with guesses. Hold on to that excitement, because this is just the start of the fun. The next day rolls around, and guess who's back? The bikers. They roar up on their motorcycles, engines rumbling loud enough to shake the windows. Rex is wilder than ever. He's like a tornado spinning through the bar, full of noise and mess. He grabs a chair and tosses it across the room just for fun. It crashes into a table, making a big bang. His buddies cheer, thinking it's the coolest thing ever. Yeah, Rex. Wreck it? Tony yells, pumping his fist. Rex stomps around, shouting orders at Mia. Beer. Now. Move it, mute, he barks, his voice echoing everywhere. The other people in the bar, the truckers and locals, keep their heads down. They're too scared to say anything. Rex is having a blast, acting like he owns the whole place. But Mia? She's not scared. She's not running around or shaking. She's calm, way too calm. She pours their drinks, slides them over, and keeps working like it's just another day. But then, something new happens. She starts humming. It's a little tune, soft and sweet, like a lullaby you might hear before bed. Her voice is quiet, almost too quiet to hear over the bikers' noise. Rex doesn't notice, he's too busy yelling and tossing more stuff around. But Jake does. That skinny biker with the nervous smile. He hears it. He stops laughing and listens. His eyebrows scrunch up, and he nudges Tony, the guy with the scar. You hear that? Jake whispers. She's humming. Weird, right? Tony listens for a second, then shrugs. So what? She's still a nobody, he says, brushing it off. They go back to cheering for Rex, acting like it's nothing. Big mistake, kids. That humming? It's a clue. A tiny hint that Mia's not what she seems. Let's imagine you're there, sitting in the bar. You see Rex acting like a big bully, throwing chairs and stealing beer. You hear his buddies laughing and shouting. And then you spot Mia quiet, steady, pouring drinks like nothing's wrong. But now she's humming that little tune. It's soft, like a secret she's keeping to herself. What do you think? What's Mia up to? Is she just humming because she's bored, or is it something more? Maybe you're starting to guess she's not so weak after all. Maybe that phone she used last night means something big is coming. Days keep passing, and the bikers keep coming back. Every time, they're louder. Every time, they're meaner. Rex spills more beer on purpose, just to watch it drip onto the floor. He flicks more peanuts at Mia, laughing when they bounce off her cap. Smile, mute, he yells again and again. Jake keeps watching her, though. He's not laughing as much anymore. He's starting to look worried. She's too calm, he mutters one day to Tony. It's not normal. Tony rolls his eyes. You're scared of a girl, he teases. But Jake doesn't laugh. He's right to wonder. Mia's not normal. She's special. That phone she texted with? That humming she's doing? Those sharp, steel eyes. They're all little pieces of a puzzle. Mia's not just taking all this meanness forever. She's building up to something. You can feel it, like when you're waiting for a surprise party and you know the happy birthday shout is coming any second. Rex thinks he's in charge. His buddies think they're untouchable. But they're wrong. Mia's got a plan, and it's getting closer every day. So, kids, what's your guess? What's Mia up to? Is she calling for help? Is she getting ready to fight back? Drop your ideas below, because this story's about to explode with excitement. Mia's not weak. She's not nothing. She's a mystery, and we're about to find out why. Keep reading, you won't believe what happens next. Okay, kids, buckle up. This is the part of the story where everything gets super exciting. It's Friday night at Mia's little bar in the Arizona desert, and the place is packed full of people. The bikers are there, of course, Rex and his loud crew. But there are also locals who live nearby, some tired truck drivers, and even a few out-of-towners who stopped by for a drink. The bar is buzzing with noise, people talking, glasses clinking, chairs creaking. It's hot and sweaty inside, and everyone's waiting to see what happens next. Rex, the big biker boss, is wilder than ever. He's in a super crazy mood, like a bear that just woke up grumpy. He stomps up to the bar and slams his giant fist down so hard the whole counter shakes. Boom. Hey, mute, he roars, his voice loud enough to rattle the windows. Where's my drink? Hurry up. He's yelling at Mia again, calling her mute because she's always so quiet. Everyone turns to look. They're used to Rex being mean, but tonight he's extra loud, extra rude. Mia's behind the counter, wiping it with a rag like she always does. But this time, something's different. She stops. She sets the rag down real slow, like she's not in a hurry at all. Then she steps out from behind the counter, walking into the middle of the room. Everybody freezes like they're statues. Their eyes get big, their mouths stop moving. Why? Because Mia doesn't look like Mia anymore. She's not wearing her usual baggy shirt and cap. Nope. She's got on a black tactical vest like what soldiers wear. Her boots are laced up tight, all the way to her ankles. And her face? It's serious, tough, like she could stop a speeding train just by staring at it. Rex blinks at her. He's not sure what's happening. He laughs, but it's a nervous laugh, like he's trying to pretend he's not scared. What's this, a costume, he says, pointing at her vest and boots. His voice shakes a little, even though he's trying to sound tough. His buddies laugh too, but it's weak, like they're confused. Then Mia speaks. For the first time ever, she opens her mouth and talks. Her voice is low and steady, not loud, but strong, like a sharp knife cutting through paper. Rex Tanner, she says, looking right at him. 6 warrants. Assault. Theft. You've been running for 3 years. The whole bar goes quiet. Dead quiet. You could hear a pin drop on the floor. Rex's jaw falls open, his mouth hangs there like he's a fish out of water. Who are you? He stammers, his eyes wide. He's scared now, and he can't hide it. Mia steps closer, her boots clicking on the wooden floor. She reaches into her vest and pulls out a badge, a shiny metal star that glints in the light. She holds it up so everyone can see. Sergeant Mia Cole, she says, her voice clear and calm. Delta Force. Retired. Until tonight. The crowd gasps. Rex's face turns white. Delta Force? That's a super tough group of soldiers, like the coolest, strongest heroes you can imagine. And Mia? She's one of them. She's not just a quiet bartender. She's a badass who's been hiding who she really is. Before anyone can even blink, Mia moves fast. She grabs Rex's arm, the big, strong arm he's been slamming on tables all week. She twists it behind his back like it's a twig. Rex yells, "Ow," but he can't stop her. She's too quick, too strong. With one big push, she slams him face first onto the bar. Thud. His nose smashes into the wood, and he groans loud. His buddies jump up, ready to fight. They're mad now, rushing at her all at once. But Mia? She's ready. Jake, the skinny one, charges first. She ducks low, swings her leg out, and kicks his feet right out from under him. Crash. He falls flat on his back, moaning. Tony, the guy with the scar, tries next. He swings a fist, but Mia's faster. She grabs his arm, spins him around, and flips him over her shoulder like he's a sack of potatoes. Boom. He lands hard on the floor, yelling in pain. The other two bikers come at her together, big and clumsy. Mia doesn't even sweat. She punches one in the belly, oof, and he doubles over. Then she grabs the last guy's jacket, pulls him down, and knocks him out with a quick tap to the head. Thump. He's down. In 10 seconds, 10 tiny seconds, all 5 bikers are on the floor. Groaning, holding their stomachs, rubbing their heads. The crowd can't believe it. Their jaws are on the ground, their eyes popping out. Gasps fill the room. Oh. Wow. What? Mia stands there, calm as ever. She dusts off her hands, like she just finished a little chore, and says, "Playtime's over." Her voice is cool and quiet, but it's the loudest thing in the bar right now. Let's picture it again, kids. The bar's a mess, chairs tipped over, beer spilled everywhere, bikers rolling around like big babies. Rex is still face down on the counter, muttering, "Ow, ow, ow." Jake's trying to sit up, but his legs won't work. Tony's flat on his back, staring at the ceiling. The other two are just a heap of groans. And Mia? She's standing tall in her black vest, boots planted firm, looking like a superhero who just saved the day. The truck drivers clap. The locals cheer. Even the out-of-towners are whispering, "Whoa, she's amazing." Rex thought Mia was weak. He called her mute and little mouse. His buddies laughed at her every day. But they were wrong, so wrong. She's not weak. She's not scared. She's Sergeant Mia Cole from Delta Force. She's been waiting, watching, letting them think they're tough. And now, she showed them who's really the boss. In 10 seconds, she turned their big, loud party into a big, loud flop. So, kids, what do you think? Did you see that coming? I bet you didn't. 1 minute, Mia's the quiet girl pouring drinks. The next, she's flipping bikers like pancakes. Everyone's shocked, Rex most of all. His mean grin is gone. His tough guy act? Smashed to bits. Mia's the real deal, and she just proved it. Okay, kids, here's where the story gets super cool. After Mia beats up the bikers, the bar is still buzzing with excitement. But then bam, the door flies open again, and cops rush in like a swarm of bees. There are tons of them, wearing blue uniforms and shiny badges. They've got handcuffs ready, and they mean business. Guess what? That sneaky text Mia sent on her fancy phone the other night? It was to an old friend from Delta Force who's now a police officer. She called for backup, and now the cops are here to clean up the mess. Rex and his biker buddies don't stand a chance. The cops grab them fast. Rex is still groaning from getting slammed on the bar, but the police don't care. They slap handcuffs on his wrists, click, click, and pull him up. Ow. This hurts, he whines, but nobody feels sorry for him. Jake, the skinny one, tries to wiggle away, but a cop catches him and cuffs him too. Tony and the other two bikers are moaning on the floor, but the police haul them up, one by one. They're all complaining this isn't fair. Let me go. But the cops just march them outside to the police cars. Lights are flashing red and blue, and the bikers are gone, off to jail where they belong. Inside the bar, the mood changes fast. The locals, the ones who always ignored Mia before, are suddenly her biggest fans. They start clapping, their hands smacking together loud. Some even cheer, woohoo, and way to go. One guy, a big truck driver with a hat, yells, "I knew she was tough all along." Yeah, right, Buddy, nobody believes him, but everyone's too happy to argue. The bar owner, a short guy with glasses, is smiling big. He's never seen anything like this. But Mia? She's not into all the cheering. She doesn't want a big party or lots of thanks. She grabs her jacket from a hook by the door, throws it over her shoulder, and gives the bar owner a little nod like a tiny see ya with her head. "You're not staying," the owner calls out, surprised. Mia turns just a bit and smirks a small, sneaky smile. "Got bigger fish to fry," she says, her voice cool and calm. Then she walks out the door, her boots tapping the floor one last time. She's gone, just like that, disappearing into the desert night. Everyone's left talking about her. Whoa, she's awesome. What a hero. And the bar is buzzing with excitement. The place is still a mess, chairs tipped over, beer spilled, peanuts everywhere, but it feels different now. The air is lighter, like a big weight is gone. Justice has been served, hot and fresh, like a pizza straight from the oven. Rex and his crew got what they deserved, and Mia made sure of it. So, kids, what do you think? Where's Mia going next? What's her next big move? Drop your ideas below. I bet you've got some wild guesses. She's out there, ready for more adventures, and this story's leaving us with a big, happy ending for now. Alright, kids, here's the end of our story, and it's a good one. So, there you have it, quiet little Mia, the bartender nobody paid attention to, turned out to be a total badass. Can you believe it? Those mean bikers Rex and his crew thought she was just a shy girl who couldn't fight back. They judged her by what they saw, a quiet person in a plain shirt, pouring drinks. Big oops. They were so wrong. Mia wasn't weak. She was strong, super strong, and she showed them all. Sometimes, the person you think is the smallest or the quietest is the one who surprises you the most. They're the ones who can change everything, just like Mia did. Next time you're in a room like at school, at home, or anywhere, look around. Who's the silent one? Who's sitting there, not saying much? Maybe, just maybe, they've got a big secret. Maybe they're hiding a storm inside, ready to burst out when the time's right. You never know who's got something amazing waiting to show the world. Thanks for reading this story with me, kids. It was a wild ride, right? What's your favorite part? Was it when Mia flipped the bikers? Or when she showed her badge? Tell me below, I want to hear. And if you love fun, exciting tales like this one, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next adventure. Mia's story is done for now, but there's more cool stuff coming your way. See you in the next one. Bye for now.